Today on Newsbytes, Harvard's president states Braun, Judaism a satanic cult, and U.S. illegals surge. Stick around for these bites and more, all on today's Newsbytes. All right, straight into it. Growing divides emerged publicly between Biden and Netanyahu after warning Israel was losing international support for its war against Hamas in Gaza. Biden criticized Netanyahu's government. He must change his government, he said, adding that Netanyahu can't say no to a Palestinian state in the future. Netanyahu said he would block the Biden admin's post-war plan to have the Palestinian Authority take over Gaza. Okay, here's the story. Harvard's board announced it will retain President Gay despite media controversy over her recent congressional testimony. The decision follows a reported loss of over $1 billion in donations from the, quote, anti-Semitism scandal and calls for her resignation. The board acknowledged Gay should have immediately condemned calls for genocide against Jews. She has since apologized. Regarding plagiarism accusations of her PhD thesis, the board said a review found inadequate citations but no research misconduct. Critics argue she was retained to avoid appearing to bow to Jewish billionaire alum Bill Ackman's public demands and publicity effort, despite the financial fallout. 6 of 8 Ivy Leagues now have Jewish Zionist presidents since UPenn President McGill stepped down. Okay, over to Poland. MP Braun railed against, quote, satanic Jewish people after using a fire extinguisher on a Hanukkah menorah display in the country's parliament building in Warsaw. Braun followed up the incident by calling Judaism a, quote, satanic cult after onlookers in the building told him, you should be ashamed. Quote, those who take part in acts of the satanic cult should be ashamed, Braun said. Right, here's the latest. Enoch Burke, an Irish teacher who refused to use preferred pronouns of a trans student at Wilson Hospital School, was questionably fired back in 2022. The school obtained a court order banning Burke from the grounds. He repeatedly violated it, being jailed for contempt of court in September of 22. Burke was released after over 100 days in prison, but he continued to access the school, leading to a second jailing in September of 23. The court has ruled Burke must remain in prison indefinitely until he complies with the order to stay away from the school. Burke's actions are an ongoing display and safety issue, claimed the school, but Burke maintains he's broken no laws and done nothing wrong, protesting his unlawful termination. All right, check it out once again. Large groups of foreign nationals cross illegally into Texas. The hordes grow larger and larger as word gets out that the U.S. border is virtually wide open and giving out free $5,000 gift cards, phones, and hotel lodging with $2,000 a month for groceries.
This is one of the border's most remote stretches, now one of the busiest. In the last year alone, there's been a 140% spike in migrant apprehensions in this area.
I've been working in this sector of the border for almost 20 years, and we've never seen anything like this. They're cutting through the wall.
Our cameras captured one of those breaches. Hey guys. Smugglers hid their faces. This is the breach in the wall that the smugglers have cut through, and this is what the Border Patrol is up against. This is not an anomaly by any means. Here's another one, Rod, that was just cut and repaired today.
Okay, here's an update. U.S. inflation rose 3.1% in November, remaining above the Federal Reserve's 2% target and supporting the case to keep interest rates at current high levels. The reading marks a slight decline from October's 3.2% figure, but it's still the second highest since 91, outpacing wage growth. Gasoline prices declined around 6%, but shelter costs offset that drop. Core CPI, excluding food and energy, the most inflated products currently, rose 0.2%. All past economic numbers have been heavily revised down by sometimes over 50% from their original positive numbers. Those are today's bites, which are on our website at Disclose.tv. Subscribe and leave those comments below.